Hello there. How's it going? What's up, Mr. Russell? How you doing? Thanks for the awesomeness. I appreciate that. I dig that you tuned in for this. It was a hell of a trip. Couldn't have done it without those four dudes and without Tiny Lunatic doing the soundtrack because it turned out fantastic. I saw that you just recently uploaded something with like a Polish tent or something. I'm gonna definitely check that out soon. That looked rad. And I happen to be 50% Polish, so well, this is the Q&A. We got 4 people on. I'll stick around for 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up. I'm down to talk about planning for it, the gear involved, camera gear, anything you're interested in, just hit me up. Also, I should mention this. If you're into some cool swag, I am going to be giving some swag away. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll enter you in the contest. I'm going to give away 3 different gift packs, and the gift pack is going to include, let me show you. I'm going to be giving away the poster, which is the official poster designed for this film. I'm also going to be giving away, which is pretty rad, I made custom bandanas for this with the trail map. So if you're into that, that's going to be in the gift pack as well. And then I got some sticker packs with the film title. I got some for Explore More Films, which is my new revamped branding. And if you're into it, you want to check out my old film that I released last Halloween. I got some TGIF stickers, which is essentially what happens if Jason Voorhees goes on vacation in Yosemite. Thanks, Smelly Randy. Yeah, that artwork turned out great. I have an illustrator that I use, and then I once he does the initial illustration, I take over and kind of complete the final poster. I've done motion graphics all my life, so design, animation, illustration, that's all in my my skill set, but I can't do every single thing on the film, so I try to get others who are interested involved. The camera system that I used, right now what I use is, and you're probably going to think I'm insane, but I use a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K with speed booster and some Canon glass and a Feel World monitor. So that's what I've been carrying lately, but that's not what this film was shot on. This film was shot primarily on something similar to this, the Sony A6500. Right now I have a Rokinon lens, but I use the Sigma 16mm, which was what most of that film was shot on. And then I used a Zhiyun Crane 2. So that was basically what I carried the whole time. I had the Zhiyun Crane on a carbon fiber monopod that I picked up from Amazon, threw that camera on it, and I just had it in my hand the entire time. Yeah, while backpacking. Yeah, if you saw the amount of gear I carry on my backpacking trips, it's absolutely ridiculous. My pack is probably about 30 pounds, but my camera gear is about 20. So I also usually carry a slider so I can do motion time lapses and things like that. So, but everything you saw in that film outside of like 3 drone shots, I shot myself. So it's it's a lot to carry, but the results at the end are worthwhile. I'm trying to think what else I had. I usually carry a few lenses with me as well, but yeah, the A6500 is way more reasonable to carry around with you. I've done 2 trips now, one to Yosemite up Half Dome and one that was a large road trip all around Utah and Death Valley, and that's what I carried the Blackmagic 4K with. Um, but I haven't released anything from that specifically except for that Jason Voorhees film that I posted last year on Halloween. If you're interested, check it out. The footage is just amazing. Half of it's scripted and half of it is like verite, documentary style like this. But it's got Jason Voorhees all throughout Yosemite, as well as I climbed Half Dome with a whole Voorhees costume and put it on up there. Had my buddy film it, and it's pretty sick. It's definitely worth taking a peek. Yeah, I'm pretty much trekking pole free. I have trekking poles, but nowadays I don't use them. They're there in case, but yeah, I don't use them normally. I do have a couple buddies who film travel videos as well, and I know one of them in particular uses his trekking poles as kind of like a carbon fiber monopod. So I'll put his camera on there. He has a little like 1/4 20 mount on the end, and he can just mount his camera. Then he has some stable shots that way. I've even seen him throw his GoPro on top of it, and then he'll just hold it up way high and just run with it. And that way he can get kind of like drone-esque shots, put it in Warp Stabilizer and After Effects, and you got something that looks like a drone shot without having to actually carry a drone, or obviously it's not legal in most national parks. Purple is the number. I don't know Kurt Busch. No, the person I'm talking about specifically is Chris Smead. He just released a new film last year called Highline, and if you haven't seen that, it's a feature-length documentary about 10 days up in the Uinta Mountains in Utah. Absolutely beautiful, great stories. Definitely worth checking out. It's on Amazon. It's on Vimeo. Take a peek. Hey, looks like we got some other people. Welcome. If you have any questions, throw them at me in the chat. You can ask me anything you want related to the trip or any of the filming that was required. I'm down. If you missed it, I am going to be giving away some free bandanas. I'm going to pick winners on next Monday. So all you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and throw a comment or a like on one of my videos. And I'm going to add up all the names, throw them in a hat, and pick out 10 winners. And you're getting a gift pack with that bandana on it. Also, you're going to get the poster from the film. This guy right here. And I'll throw a signature on there if you like. I did this for the Friday the 13th one I did, and people seemed to want a signature, so I was down to do it. And then I also have some stickers that I'm giving away. But just throw me a message on here or on Instagram. Hit a subscribe or a follow, and I'll send it out to you. If you want to purchase some for a friend, I also have everything for sale up on my website, exploremorefilms.com. I'll throw a link down in the chat. I got all my films on there. You can also get some merch, and if you want to link up, do a film together, or do a trip together, I'm always down. Send me a message. If anybody has any new ideas for a film, I'm at that stage. I need to start figuring out what my next film is going to be. Brosif Russell, if you're still there, you might be a good character for a film in the future, man. Hi, Brian Devlin. I see that you're watching live, are you? You can chat in the chat on the side if you want. Ah, yeah, Brosif. I don't know, man. If you have an interesting idea for a film, let me know. I'm down. It's always fun when you get a few people together and go on a trip, and then we can just come up with a concept. I'm starting to get to the point where I want to start making longer documentary style stuff. So if there's something specific about you that you'd like to tell a story about, or if there's something unique or interesting specifically related to backpacking, why you got into it, how it makes you feel, all that kind of stuff, let me know. And if anybody knows any females who might be interested in being in a documentary style piece like this, I want to start focusing on. I mean, right now I just have a lot of white dudes going backpacking, and obviously I need to diversify a bit. So if anybody knows anybody who's interested, who's not just a white dude like myself, I'm totally down to put up the money and make a little free documentary about them. Just shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me on any of that stuff. Just typing in "Explore More Films." It's the same on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Smelly Randy, we did the Grand Canyon of the Tuolumne. It's up in the north section. Basically, we started at White Wolf, and we headed down. We actually made a mistake and went down the wrong trail. It ended up taking us like 3 extra miles to get to Hardin Lake for our first night, which should have been like, I don't know, a 3-mile hike or something. It was really annoying when we got back and found out that we screwed that up. But oddly enough, there was 2 signs that both said they were going to Hardin Lake, and would have never known. But anyway, we left White Wolf through Hardin Lake down to Pate Valley, followed the trail all the way back up through to basically to Tuolumne Meadows. Yeah, it was a great trip, and I recommend that route because you basically it gets better every day you go. So it kind of starts out kind of mediocre, I would say, at Hardin Lake and whatnot, and then you kind of go down into the valley. And from the moment you get to the bottom of the valley and you hike up to Tuolumne, it just keeps getting better and better because it's like you get waterfalls and a river and beautiful scenery, and you get to camp on like these beautiful granite ledges that are overlooking the waterfalls. And yeah, if you went the opposite way, I would say that the first few days of your trip would be a lot easier because you're basically going downhill the whole way. But once you get down to Pate Valley, everything from Pate Valley back to White Wolf is just kind of comparatively to what you would have seen prior with all the waterfalls and the beauty there. So, and then and your last day, you'd have to do like this huge push up, like, I don't know, 2,400 feet of elevation. Yeah. Anyway, go White Wolf to Tuolumne Meadows. Broseph, what's the hammock camping trip you're planning? Oh shit, that looks awesome, Randy. Yeah, man, JMT is on my list. The hard part for me is just getting the time off to do it because I got a full-time job. So maybe next year, we'll see. I've been saving up plenty of vacation time, so I'm just trying to figure out when the best time to do it is. Plus, I just had a son. He's 3 months old, so that's taking up a lot of my time right now as well. Anybody else got anything they want to ask? If not, I'm going to take off. I appreciate the questions. Oh, nice. Yeah, man. I mean, that's probably gonna be my future for a few months is Angeles National Forest because I can't get too far away. I got to stick close. So I've been thinking. I mean, I just want to go out to like I don't even know, somewhere nearby. I mean, even if I just go car camping, I don't care. I just need to get out there because I haven't been out on a trip since January, since all this quarantining COVID stuff happened, and I need a trip badly. But yeah, I'm thinking about just heading out to any of those campgrounds out there, just do a solo trip, no camera gear, nothing, just me, maybe a few beers and some peace and quiet. That's what I need. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to take off. I appreciate all the questions. Hope you enjoyed the film. If you missed the film, go take a peek at it. I am going to be re-uploading it because there was an audio bump error that I missed before, so I have to re-upload, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, you can check this one out. You'll just notice a small little audio bump, but I'm going to be replacing it here today. All right. Well, thanks for checking it out. Participate in the contest by subscribing, and I'll be announcing the winners next Monday. All right, everyone. Later.